Hello friends, let's check out some useful calculations on time. First of all, I have made some error. I have entered my working hours even on Saturdays and Sundays, and that is something I never do. So I'll just make this timetable a bit more realistic. And these are all set to 0 as well, as these depend on these cells. And now let's begin with the rounding function. It is surprising that when we will use rounding function on time, it just fails to deal with time. We'll check this out right now. And under the round, I'll be using round function. Hit tab if you like the suggestion in the auto suggestion box to select the first auto suggested function, and then it says argument a number. Say I want to round off my total hours, so I will select this, and it says 0712. Let's make that 2, and you will see it doesn't make much sense. I will highlight this set of data because we will be dealing with them right now. Oops. We are going to see changes after being done on this. I will apply this formula to all the cells, and let's see what will happen if I increase this by 1. Now you can see my total hours is 701 and the round didn't change at all. So I will try to edit this as well, make it 10, and you can see my round off is just making things more confusing and confusing. So what we can conclude from this is that a simple rounding off function, really when it comes to dealing with rounding off time, it literally sucks. So the alternative we have is the Amran function. So let's use Amran function. To do that, equal to Amround, tap to select the auto suggested function, and then number, that is this number, and then we have to pass a string which is something that is enclosed in double quotation marks, double inverted commas, and let's say if you want to round the number to the nearest 15 minute, so it will be 0 hour and 15 minute. So this, what will this do is round off the total hours or the input, that is J9 total hours, to the nearest 15 minute. And don't worry about the format, it is right now in numerical form. Now we need to convert this decimal to time format, and to do that we will use format painter. We will copy the format from the adjacent cell which contains time and apply it to the cell we want to have time format. I will apply this to all the cells below it, and now it makes a lot. It is clear that it makes sense now, because 7 hours and 1 minute is rounded off to 7 hours. 7 hours and 10 minutes is closer to 7 hours 15 minutes than 7 hours and 0 minutes, and these are clear 7 hours and they are rounded off to 7 hours. 15 multiple of 15, 30, 45 or 00 is what we are going to round off the minutes to. And there is an alternative available to us, and that is floor function. So let's begin with our floor function. Type equal to floor, and number will be this, and significance we want to round it to same as before, 15. It will always round down, it doesn't matter if it is 14 or something, it will always round down to the lower 15. Like the format is numerical, so quickly convert it to time, and apply this to all cells. Now you can see if I enter this to 14 minutes, total hours is 7 hours 14 minutes, right? And this is completely senseless, and here our Amran function works pretty well in rounding it off to the nearest 15, that is 715, whereas our floor function, irrespective of whatever the time is, will float down, that is round down. It's the equivalent of round down. So it is for 15, it will always round down, and if you go to 16, it will round down to 15. Let's check out the roundup alternative for dealing with times, and you might have guessed it by now, it's the ceiling function. So let's check that out in a moment. So I am ready with a column on ceiling function. Let's see how it works. It is it is the alternative of roundup function, so that is pretty much what it will do. No matter what the minutes are, it will always round up to the upper side. Again, I will use format painter to apply the time format to this cell, and we are done and ready with the ceiling function output here. So here we have had total hours of 7 hours and 1 minute, and we ordered the ceiling function to round the function, that is round up the function with respect to 15 minutes. So 7 hours 1 minute is rounded up to 7 hours 15 minutes, that is the upper ceiling, and 10 is also rounded up to 15, 0 is rounded up to 15 only, 14 is rounded up to 15, 16 here is rounded up to 30, and that is all we have.